Now that we've got our 11s done, let's go take a look at the 2s. Adding by 2s means that you're taking a number and increasing it by 2. In this case, we are starting with 2 and adding 2. And then we're going to be adding 2 more, and so on. What do you notice? What do you wonder? Do you notice a pattern? Is there a rule we could apply? Once we've figured out all our 2s, we're going to be looking at the strategy of doubling. Once we've figured out all our 2s, let's look at the strategy of doubling. Doubling is an easy addition process. Doubling means taking a number and adding it to itself. For example, if you have the number 2 and you want to double it, you would do this. Let's put all our 2s onto our multiplication chart. Let's start there. Now, if we start with the number 2, and we're going to double it, we're going to add it to itself. So that's 2 plus 2. This gives you 4. So doubling 2 means you get 4. That means the next set of numbers we're going to figure out are the 4s. Adding by 4s means you're taking a number and increasing it by 4. In this case, we are starting with 4 and adding 4, and then adding 4 more, and so on. So what do you notice? What do you wonder? Is there a pattern? Maybe there's a rule we could apply. Okay, so now we have our 4s, and we're going to be working on our 8s, right? Let's take a look at that. We've done all of our 2s, and we know that when we doubled our 2s, we did 4s, because you can see that right under the number 2 is a 4, and that's a big indication that we're going to be doing 4s next, right? And then we did our 4s, and so underneath the 4 up there is the number 8. So that means that when I double 4s, I will get 8. So just taking a look at that, and you're comparing the 2s and the 4s, what do you notice? So we doubled our 2s to get our 4s, and we're doubling our 4s to get our 8s. Adding by 8s means that you're taking a number and increasing it by 8. In this case, we are starting with 8 and adding 8, and then adding 8 more, and so on. What do you notice? What are you thinking about that? Is there a pattern? Or is there a rule we could apply? Once we've figured out all our 4s, we just double every number, and we'll be able to figure out our 8s easily. Doubling is an easy addition process, and it means taking a number and adding it to itself. For example, if you have the number 4 and you want to double it, you would just do this. You would start with the number 4 and add it to itself, so 4 plus 4, and that will give you 8. So we doubled our 2s to get our 4s, and now we're doubling our 4s to get our 8s. We're not going to double the 8s, because that would be 16, and that is off our chart. So once we get our 8s, we're going to stop there. Let's take a brief look at the 8s. Notice that I doubled my 4, that's 8. I doubled the 8, that's 16. I doubled the 12, that's 24. 16 doubled is 32, and so on and so on. So doubling is just doing simple math. So I've just been doing some simple addition. I haven't even done multiplication yet. And my multiplication chart is almost all filled in. Wow, that's pretty cool. What number do you think we're going to look at next? That's right, we're going to look at the 3s.